Hey guys, welcome back to the Hockey Locker Room. We are here with episode 9. We got a new guest and then our co-host is back. But before we get into that, shout out audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, you can find us there. Instagram is just the Hockey Locker Room. We got the Twitter, we got a TikTok. Check us out anywhere you can find us. And yeah, guest of the day. Oh, not.
Good to be here. I'm
Excited?
very excited. I know a lot of my teammates have been on and talked about it, so to finally get the opportunity, I've been waiting for this.
When people talk about it, do they say good things?
Yes, only good things.
Bang, we did it.
It's all
Brock, where have you been?
well, had a little pit stop in Arizona, and then we went home last weekend. So yeah, that's where I've been. Sorry guys, I missed the last 2 episodes. So I know everyone's like, "Oh my God, where's Brock?" This and that.
No.
Yeah, not one single person has said that. But it's good to be back.
Probably Mrs. Barron said that.
Yes, my lovely mother. Yes,
Yeah, we adore her.
Mhm.
All right. Let's get to know you a little bit. We got some questions for you.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
From LaPorte, Indiana.
Local boy.
Yes.
Hometown hero.
Yes, sir.
How long you been playing hockey for?
About 20 years now. I started when I was 3 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna help me answer one of these next questions I got coming up. What position do you play?
Forward.
I love it.
Preferably wing. Right wing is my specialty, but I've taken some draws. I have a great face-off percentage. So
Hey.
I do enjoy forward.
Then why don't you get in the depth more often?
Yeah.
You gotta
I get kicked out a lot by the centers I played for. They don't recognize true greatness with me.
Shout out Blake Witowski. Yep. Without seeing it, man. Your favorite team?
Leafs.
Any reasoning behind it?
Yeah.
Yes, there's actually a really interesting story. When my brother and I used to play PlayStation 2 NHL 06, he was the older brother. He always got the home team. That's just how households work, right?
Yep.
And I didn't know I could also be the Hawks because we were, Blackhawks family. And I didn't know I could be the Hawks, but away. So I had to find a different team to play as.
Okay.
And my favorite color at the time was blue. And NHL 06 had Owen Nolan on the Leafs. So I naturally fell into playing as the Leafs. And from then on, I've been a Leafs fan.
You know who that is?
Owen Nolan. No.
Yeah, where you're like, oh, I feel like you knew who that was.
Well, no, I said because his name was also Owen. So it makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I bet he wasn't like,
Well-
Owen Nolan. Wow, that's my favorite player. of
What
all
position
time.
was he? Good player?
I think he was a forward. I was
Yeah.
much younger at the time.
Yeah.
And you'd think I'd have followed him more for the influence he
Yeah.
had, but no.
Yeah.
Shout out Owen Nolan.
He scored a lot of goals. I scored a lot of goals. It was probably a forward.
There's like a crazy style on the PS2. But yeah, unlike most guys we've had on the podcast, like they're from like Minnesota, Canada, Snyder from St. John, Indiana. You're from LaPorte. Like, what got you into playing hockey?
That's a really good question. And another one I like to tell that my parents, when they started dating, my dad took my mom to a Blackhawks game and bought her a jersey. And, it was at our house, hung up in the closet, wore it every now and then. And when my brother was kind of old enough to ask questions and be cognitive, he asked a simple question like, what's that? Like, that's a really cool piece of clothing. And I'm like, oh, it's a Blackhawks jersey. Oh, what are the Blackhawks? And then that snowballed into my brother getting into the rink and then myself following him. And now my brother and I both been playing hockey for now about 20 years.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
There you
super
go.
cool. Yeah. I had it written in here that Sam referred to you earlier today as a retired blueberry farmer. So,
Retired. I'm in my prime.
Oh,
so I want you to go home after this and beat him on it.
That's ridiculous that he would say that. He didn't think I was going to hear that, did he?
No,
Wow.
I told him I'd write it down, and he said, "Ah."
No, I'm going to come home guns blazing.
All right. Big Toronto fan here. Is it weird feeling like the Leafs, or is it a weird feeling that the Leafs are finally not making the playoffs after 9 years in a row?
It's unfortunate that it's a familiar feeling. It's
Yeah.
before these past 9 years, they're the Leafs, right? I didn't hop on the bandwagon. That's why I feel good about being a Leafs fan. It's not like they won 3 cups and I just I'm a Leafs fan now.
Yeah.
They sucked when I started to like them.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Matthews in, what was it, 2016?
yeah.
And that was cool because I was just recently a fan. And then they played the Winter Classic against Detroit. That was my first ever time watching them play the outdoor game.
Okay.
And they weren't historically good. the running joke was that they haven't won since '67, and
they had a good team that year though, right? Didn't they have like Van Riemsdyk and Phaneuf?
they've had a lot of great players, but they've come up short. Yeah. So to take for granted the last 9 years of them making the playoffs and being first round exits, the 1 or 2 years they weren't.
Yeah.
What's the difference whether we miss the playoffs or exit the first round?
Yeah,
It's unfortunate.
That's true.
Like I'd rather watch them and support, but now I'm not in the tank mode, but I just want them to keep putting effort in and like make the games watchable.
That's fair. I remember when I'm like a diehard Pens fan. So when the Pens had their like 15-year playoff streak end, like in I think it was 2019 or 2018, I was devastated.
Yeah.
I was like, it was just like that feeling. Playoff time comes around. I get to see Crosby play some playoff hockey. It's the best. And then when that ended, it was sad. And now I feel like every year, these last like 30 games of the season, I'm so glued into watching, seeing the points add up. But we need that 3 points. We need to get our wins. And these last 2 games they've had, we've been kicking butt.
Yeah.
We're kicking a lot of butt.
No, and from that point, like, it's fun to watch the Crosbys in the playoffs. It's fun to watch the Ovechkins in the playoffs.
The Matthew Nyes in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
It's not fun to watch the lack of Matthews or Nylander. Like, oh, they got a goal. Great. This is like their 4th game in the playoffs. Like they haven't performed in a degree that gets me excited, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just years of disappointment, which as a Leafs fan, I'm used to.
Yeah, you're not expecting them to get in their role. I mean, even like these past couple of years, like, you just want those guys to be hot, but then they slow down.
Yeah.
And what do you feel like being a Wild fan?
Well, hold on. We're just becoming like a Wild fan. We used to be a big Blackhawks fan, but now they're bad again. So now we're rooting for the Wild. But honestly, I just like watching play. Yeah, guys, I like watching playoff hockey. That's it. I just find a team in a series and I'll just root for them. But I used to be way more of like a college hockey fan, like watching the Gophers, but I think I'm starting to root for the Wild now.
That's fair.
Yeah. Plus I know like almost 90% of the team.
Yeah.
I don't know their names, so.
All right. So now that we know you're a bandwagon, I'll go back to asking questions.
Happy to be one.
Obviously, the core of the Leafs is a little bit different now, but do you think you guys will end up blowing up the roster? Like, do you hope that happens or no?
I'm split between that. I think there's certain key players that we need to keep. I'm very glad the resources were poured more into Nyes than Marner. Like, I was upset to see him go, a good player leaving the organization. But at the end of the day, if you're looking for the longevity of the team, Nyes is the future of the Leafs.
Yeah, great player. It's my favorite player.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm glad. I think Tavares is there to stay. I think he's willing to be negotiable in terms of what can work for him and the team around him. I don't know where Matthews is going to end up long term. I prefer him to be on the Leafs, but if a team can give us some really good young guys and some potential to build a crew that can, be a dynasty Blackhawks, like if you can build that kind of team, I'd be willing to lose them.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's valid.
I think that makes perfect sense. It's just you look back on like those early years with that core of those 3, Marner, Nylander, and Matthews, and you're like, oh, how they say it's not a question of when, it's how many are they going to win?
Yeah,
that's what it felt like. Watching those,
that's what it looks like.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's exactly what I mean. Like what's so great. You're scraping for a top 5, if not a President's Trophy in this regular season, and you're like, wow, this team is so good. Then you get to the playoffs and nothing's there. They're just, we say it as hockey players and we tell other people they don't really get it, but playoff hockey, it's different. It's just a different hockey. And those players just aren't built for it.
Yeah. And it's just, you hate to see it, man.
Yeah.
You know what the problem is, right?
Oh, you got it written down?
Yep. Biz nasty.
But you think Biz is the problem?
Yes.
It's fair.
Yeah. Elaborate on that if you don't mind.
I mean, the guy's just like a bandwagon. Like he hung his suit up in the rafters on that whatever he does.
Yeah.
And now he's rooting for another team. I mean,
what team's he rooting for?
Couldn't tell you. But he does this every year.
He does. And he ebbs and flows with it.
Yeah.
I like when he goes at it with like Marchand, and I think
Yeah.
he's an entertaining guy to watch
So funny.
from a broadcasting perspective, but in terms of like a hockey fan,
Yeah.
it is frustrating to see him just be so willy-nilly with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is just that entertainer side.
Yeah,
of it.
that's true. Gotta do it.
And then I guess we'll get on to the next big Toronto story. I guess this is basically old news now.
This is
But
fun.
Radko Gudas, Matthews,
Yeah,
Niani. How do you feel about that?
I had a long conversation with Bryce about this, and because he had said Gudis said that because he was fighting through an ankle injury, I believe. So
Yeah.
he was questionable to play against the Leafs, and he said, "No matter, there's nothing on this earth that's going to stop me from playing that game,"
Mhm.
because he knew he wanted to answer the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryce says, "We got to respect him a little bit more, right? Like he's actually
Love
he's
it.
kind of paying for the sins." And I'm like, it'd be one thing if it was a guy that doesn't have a history of doing that kind of stuff, saying, "I messed up, I want to answer for it. Let's throw."
Yeah.
Gudis has a history of doing this,
Yeah. Well,
and he's going to do it again.
it'll
So,
happen again. Yeah.
so to know that, like, oh yeah, guys, my bad. Let's throw and I'm gonna pay for it. Take that with a grain of salt, because how many more times is this gonna happen?
Yeah.
He also didn't throw a punch like on purpose. If
Yeah.
you watch it, he just lets Domi like
He,
go
he,
off on
he
him.
did.
Yeah.
I was curious if he just started and wasn't gonna play, like he took that 7th spot to like fight
Yeah.
and then be done, but he
Mhm.
kept playing. And I forget who it was, but he got a good shot in at him, and then he got tossed for abusing the officials. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
No, I mean, are you talking about Pizzetta? Pizzetta ran him in the corner.
From behind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he get tossed for abusive officials?
I don't
or-
know what he got tossed for. I know he got tossed.
Yeah, I think that's what it
As
was.
an abusive official.
That was an Instagram caption.
Yeah.
Like, one of the hockey accounts.
Should have been clicked.
Yeah.
Take
You
it
never
with
know.
take it
Yeah.
with a grain of salt. I
Yeah.
was just scrolling.
No, I mean, you had to kick him out, but like that was so corny. He like runs him, and then Gudis is just like in the fetal position on the ground, and he's just like on top of him, just pushing his head.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. Our big discussion was who really was going to answer the belt for him. I was thinking maybe Cohen,
Really?
because he had talked a lot about, being a rookie and learning from no one doing anything when Matthews actually got hurt. And then it was Zadorov the next game. He had a bad hit on Tavares in the corner, and Cohen skated a few strides, dropped him, and fought Zadorov.
Really?
So like he's a young guy, learned from his mistake of not answering for the hit on Matthews. So I was like, man, maybe he wants this shot to kind of further that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense to have a more veteran kind of
Yeah.
grit guy to take that.
Yeah, I mean, it speaks volumes to the room, though. Like, you need, like, I mean, obviously the rookie fighting Zadorov, but Max Domi needed to step up.
Yeah.
We needed a vet in the room to step up. And, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say we. They needed the vet in the room to step up and really do something about it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good starting point. I think there's a major gap. The fact that it takes your captain getting hurt to kind of realize that this late in the season.
Yeah.
But at least something's happening now. Better late than never, I suppose.
Yeah. And I guess I can ask you guys this question now because you guys both played junior hockey. But have you ever seen that when you guys played juniors where someone like gets hit pretty bad or your goalie gets ran and no one does anything?
Situation.
Is that a
Like-
coach coming at you after that?
I mean, I've seen that before, but it's like all about the situation. Like if you're in a close game, I mean, read the room. Like you're not going to go and jump some guy and get on the penalty kill. Like,
That's
But-
fair.
I mean, if it's like your rival you're playing against, like first period, yeah, it's probably going to be a line brawl.
Yeah.
Like at least in the
Really?
null it was. It was, oh my God, that was like every night.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've got, and like you said, it's kind of read the room situational, but I've been on teams where it's kind of a no fighting policy, like to do something like that, regardless, like, oh, the goalie's got pads, he's protected, guys will, this, that, and the other thing. Then I've had coaches fight players. Like that's the degree of like how
Yeah.
seriously or not seriously coaches take it.
I want to hear the story. Your coach fought a player?
It was in high school. I'm not going to name
In
names.
high school.
Yeah.
Shot Riley.
Yeah. Riley Ice. And there was a kid that just wasn't liked by really many people, but he was really good. Well, many people on our team. He was one of those A-type personalities that the
Yeah.
team he was on, loved to play with him, hate to play against him.
Yeah.
And they beat us on a rivalry night. And after the handshake, he came over to our side of the ice and started, lipping off and everything. And he started to go for one of our players, and the assistant coach, kind of took advantage of the opportunity to get in the way and start getting rough with him.
Really?
At college level, you're like, oh, you're all grown men, but at high school, you have a minor,
Yeah.
you know, a guy under 18 and then a grown man throwing it with a kid. And we kind of had to break it up and no one got seriously injured, but there was definitely a conversation that needed to be had with the assistant coach.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
a rough scene.
Yeah.
Because he probably felt like the man in the moment, and then he's like, "Oh shoot!" You look at the situation from above, and you're like,
Yeah.
"God."
Take a step back and you're like, man, I really just tried to find a kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God. I think we all had moments like that. I was talking to Snyder before the earlier today, and I was like kind of like writing the script a little bit of things I wanted to talk about. And I was like, "You got anything else like we should talk about being me Otter on the podcast?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, you should ask him what it was like to be the captain or an assistant when they won the state championship in high school."
Oh, there you go.
And I was like, "Oh, that would be really cool if you didn't beat my team."
that is funny.
So I was like, "I'm not asking about that." I was like, "Oh, it's super cool, but
Yeah,
We're not
there's
talking.
some lines we don't cross.
But we got a good laugh about that. I thought it was funny since he brought up Riley.
hmm
Good time there.
The best. My senior year, it was 2020, 21, and COVID was
Yeah.
around. And I had a decision to make between, you know, kind of starting juniors early, getting that 3 years in before college or those 2 years and staying my senior year. And I eventually decided on staying my senior year. And, you know, you can't sit around and wonder ifs and buts, but, you know, a lot of junior teams didn't have seasons that year. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
junior teams got shut down.
Oh,
And I stayed. You know, you can question development or opportunity and this and that, but I got a senior year. I got to play hockey. It was weird.
Just had to wear a mask.
There were rules and there were freaky things like that. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, I got a senior year.
yeah.
And then I still got 2 years of juniors and I'm at the school I wanted to be at. So
There you go.
all things considered, there's a reason for everything. And I'm glad with how it worked out. But Riley as a whole, I've made friends and connections there that'll last a lifetime, like I'm sure all of you guys have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd give anything to play one more night at Riley House.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best.
There we go. Well,
Talking about some of those rules, I remember because I played volleyball, obviously. I remember the spitting on the ice rule. You weren't allowed to spit on the ice when COVID was going on.
Oh, during
And
COVID.
we would like think that we didn't. No one spit, and like then we'd get an email. Our coach would text us and be like, "Who spit? We're looking at cameras now. Just
Oh my
say it right
gosh.
now."
Just get up to it, yeah.
That's brutal.
And it was like, oh my God. I think it got so bad one time they canceled 2 of our practices.
Really? Spitting on the ice.
For spitting on the ice during COVID.
So we kind of dealt with the same thing. It was on somebody had done it on the bench, which unsanitary even regardless of COVID.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a repeat offender thing, and it was you don't know who was doing it. Everyone says it wasn't them, but somebody obviously
It's obviously someone.
And so we got our locker room privileges taken away from them.
Wow.
You know that hallway in Ring 2 of the ice
Yeah.
box? We had to get dressed in that hallway. Go home smelling like I don't know what because we didn't have access to showers. or
No
anything.
showers either.
Yeah, and it was just a line of people from the doors to the ring getting dressed in
Oh
the
my
hallway.
God. That's such a pain.
Yeah, it was annoying.
COVID rules are horrible.
Mhm.
But you made it work.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that in the moment it might suck or it might, you know, have something to complain about. But looking back on it, it's just another story you get.
Yeah.
It didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
And you got some laughs out of it.
Yeah. Did you have anything going on for COVID? Because you were, what was it, freshman?
I just remember we had to get dressed at home for a bit. No, I would have been a sophomore. We just had to get dressed at home for a bit and then had to wear these masks. I mean, it just sucked, but that was about it. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing too crazy. I mean, we didn't have the spitting on the ice rule. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah. That's a
here,
pretty
but
bad one.
yeah, no, it wasn't too bad.
How many games do you play with the mask?
We only played one because
Really?
it was
one.
Culver. It was against Culver Military Academy. And it was their policy that said if you wanted to play us, you have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And every other team didn't. It wasn't that they didn't care. There wasn't a policy. So no team's going to go out of their way. But, you know, it was, I don't know if it's connected to the government at all, but it's a
We kind of just had chin diapers.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, nobody really wore it over their
Yeah.
face because it would be so hard to breathe.
yeah. We only had to wear them one time when we played the Blades up in Michigan.
Okay.
And there was some weird Michigan rule for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the only time.
Yeah, we must not. I don't know if we played them that year or if we did, we didn't have to. They might have come down to playoffs.
Yeah. All right, enough COVID, but
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah,
Maybe
enough
talk.
COVID.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been a couple years, but obviously, I'm trying to put this down. You were talking about NHL earlier. I made a little bracket for NHL games. Did not put 06 on there because I don't remember playing it too much.
That's okay.
Some good games.
And then there's a lot of good games on here. And then I wrote down a lot of these games are really close together, especially the new ones. So I had I have a 10 through 20 basically, minus like 15,
Plus
17,
NHL
18,
Slapshot.
19,
Okay.
and plus Slapshot.
Yeah.
And if like these games are too similar, we could always just do our favorite or our favorite song from these games.
Ooh.
Oh,
I got that on the back page.
Okay.
But yeah, if we think we can do it, NHL 12, NHL 13.
So who wins?
Yeah,
tomorrow?
yeah. Who won? Who?
NHL 12.
wow.
Stamkos
That's
cover?
Stamkos.
Yeah.
I would take 13. That's
Really?
when I really started playing. Yeah, because I remember I got a PS3 for Christmas, and that was the first game we got, and it was so fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I think so. Mine was a gameplay standpoint, but I think yours has more sentimental value. So
Gotcha.
we could take
13's Claude Giroux, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
I
Wait,
don't know. This was so early.
we have to agree on them?
Yeah.
We can go. Oh, I've played 12 before, like with my cousin, and I really liked it. Like you do the Winter Classic with the caps and
Yeah.
pens. It was so fun.
Every game was the Winter Classic for me.
Oh, I
Yes.
know.
We were
the
Right.
walkout,
Yes.
the walkout, the
Yeah.
nice time.
Oh,
I know.
You can take which team.
We might have to take 12, honestly.
That's
'cause
what I'm
13, it was Rangers, Flyers, and it wasn't as tough
Mhm.
for Winter Classic mode.
NHL 12.
Yeah, we're taking 12. Plus, that cover is just sweet. I mean, the 13 cover is sweet too, but
Okay, and then 14 and 16.
14, not even close. 14's the greatest
14
NHL game ever.
Is that Chara?
No, that's Broder.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. 100%. Yep.
Let me sell you on this. 16 was
That's Taze, right?
but that's the Eschel year.
Oh, that's what? What do you mean?
You like the World of Chell got introduced in 16.
You could play it on 14. You could play clubs with your buddies.
Really?
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
did because
I never did that either. I would just play online
But you
versus.
could have it.
You could
Okay.
do it.
Because that was like the first one where I was like, Eschel like was
No.
okay with
Yeah, SHL was totally in 14.
Yeah.
We can't even debate this one. I think 14 is like one of the best games.
14's going to make it the
Yeah.
This one's NHL 20 versus Slapshot. NHL Slapshot.
I got to take 20.
20 was really good. Who does that matter?
That's Matthews.
That's the one I grinded the most.
Oh,
Slapshot
I
proves you have the stick.
Yes.
Oh my god.
But
You go Pee Wee to pro mode. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Okay, but like
Oh, that was sweet.
practicality here. Practicality. How many times are you really playing with the stick? Like it's
All the time. What? You would always just go nunchuck remote like that?
no.
I would
I'm
always
thinking
go
the
stick.
million amount of games I played on Shell 20 versus the probably
Oh.
under 20 I played on Slapshot.
Oh,
well, that's
only- so you didn't really have an experience with Slapshot.
Not entirely.
Okay. Well,
We
I
just
mean-
said 20 in the beginning.
I really like 20.
I like
grinded
20 as
that
well.
so much.
that was my
like,
first like BF
Yeah.
Pro that I
yeah,
just
same.
dedicated.
I definitely
Yeah.
played more. Plus, it had to be during COVID, maybe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely played a lot more.
It was-
20 than
No, that was the
Slapshot,
year
but-
before.
It just started.
Or is it
COVID was just starting.
Yeah,
And then 21 wasn't out by the time COVID ended. So that's
Slapshot. I mean, that was insane.
Yeah, it was
So many
yeah,
road
that
words
was
on
just
that
a
game.
game.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
Fine, we'll
11
take
and
20.
10. 11 and 10.
10 was Kane, right?
Yeah. And 11 was
I don't even know who would
no
know.
idea.
11 does not
Yeah,
jump out at me as
11. I didn't.
10.
I don't really. We'll go 10 just because Kane's on the cover. I didn't really play either of them, but I'm sure they were just kind of like 12 and 13.
Yeah. All right. 12 versus 14.
Gotta take
14, not
14,
even
yeah,
close.
they-
It's just, yeah.
Who's on the cover?
14?
Yeah.
Broder?
Marty Brodeur.
we talked about this earlier.
Dude, I remember.
he's mid glove stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And like loading in, like the puck hits the like the net.
It's got like a 3D
The animation was sick.
the cinematic to open up the game. So
Yeah.
cool.
Unreal. And then you hear the boys are back. Come on.
So good. I remember I left my NHL 14 disc at my buddy's house. So this is before the driving days. I was, Mom, can we please go back?
yeah, I gotta hang out with him soon. That was a really good time.
Maybe just for 15 minutes we can go hang out. All right. 20 versus 10.
You gotta take
20,
20.
I
yeah.
don't think any of us remember 11 or 10 that much.
Remember playing like NHL 2K9 on the Wii more than like, because I didn't have like a PlayStation yet. I played a lot more NHL games on the Wii, I feel like, before these.
I was a big Mario Kart guy in the Wii.
Oh,
I
unreal.
didn't play much hockey games.
Unreal. Rainbow Road.
Yeah. By the time 10, like 14 and some 12 and like 14 to 15 were my brother had a 360.
Yeah.
So we really got into that. Before that, we were like a strictly Wii family.
Yeah.
So good.
The Wii was
unreal. Well, when I got the 360, it was like, okay, sports games. Sports games are a thing.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Championship 14 versus 20.
My gut's telling me 14, but I feel like I've spent a lot more time on 20.
It's so true.
I have a lot more memories on 14 because I remember waking up every morning and we had 2 controllers. So my brother and I would play online versus a bunch of randoms, and we would do that for like hours.
Yeah, my brother and I played a lot of 14
good.
games.
I just remember eShow on 20, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, I still to this day think 14 is like one of the greatest games ever.
Yeah.
Not even just NHL games. Like,
I have way more reps than on 20.
Yeah.
Nostalgia pick might just bait me through this.
I would go 14 any single day of the week. Like,
see,
play that
think about it like this. If you want to take it to an extreme, if you had to erase all your memories with 20 or erase all your memories with 14, which would have a bigger impact on who you are as a person.
Wow. That wasn't that.
14 for me.
Yeah.
It's probably 14.
It's not even
But
close.
was there Winter Classic at 14?
Yeah.
When I
There
think
that was the-
What year would that have been? That'd have been Red Wings?
That was the Wings Leafs?
I don't know.
They were.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, man.
Whatever.
Wait.
They still had the mode. Because I just remember every COD before, or every NHL before 16, it was strictly Winter Classic mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess.
I think that might have been
That might have been the last year they had Winter Classic mode, because then it was next gen NHL 15 the next year, and it was it Bergeron on cover?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's when I was.
that's when it ended.
Yeah. Okay.
And that game was awful.
We'll go 14 all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, that
Best of all time.
not even close.
And Burr. All right. Perfect.
Yeah, I'll die on that hill.
Now to round off the NHL segment, favorite NHL song in the game. Has to be in the game. I'll go first since I already wrote it down. I got Joker and the Thief.
That's what
that's-
I probably would have gone to, honestly.
Joker and the Thief in the night. I didn't play like the early ones, but Sweetness by Jimmy Eats World.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a good song.
They were on the same game, but I'm tied between 2. Yeah, Don't Bring Me Down, Electric Light Orchestra, and Money, Billy Idol.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't
So good.
like though that was fun. Like even just loading in, like it's,
Billy Idol.
yeah.
Oh,
Is the song I'm thinking of called "The Boys Are Back"? Is that what it's called? Like we know what I'm talking about. Yeah, those- Every
Yeah.
time you load it into Chill 14, that would play. That's my
The
favorite.
Boys. I don't know what the actual name of the song is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Boys Are Back. Sure.
Boys Are
It's just,
Back.
I don't like
Yeah.
the boys are back.
Boys Are Back. In town.
And they're looking for Lori.
That's right. The season.
Quite a long title. Since the Leafs are out of the playoffs, who you gonna root for? I'm sorry.
We go from
Let's say we
great
talk-
nostalgia to just bringing me back down.
I was gonna say we talked about this. Wild, obviously, right?
That's a really good question, because I usually have to pick a new team after the first round historically. And are the Caps looking at a spot?
I give some example teams and reasons why if you want to hear them.
Ooh, I would love to.
I said Buffalo because they haven't been in a while.
Okay.
Minnesota because they're so fun to watch. And then the Pittsburgh Penguins because me and your buddy Sam are huge Penguins fans, and we'd love to root for them with you.
If the Wild weren't in it, I would root for the Pens with you. Yeah, that game was fun to watch. The one I kept calling you about.
Yeah,
And I was like, don't turn it on, like you're bad luck.
great hockey, man. We're so good.
That's a good question. I think what Buffalo's done this season, it's kind of like well, hold on. That's not an answer. I'm just walking through it.
That'd be cool to root for them.
So
Like was it what I don't remember what year it was, but the Blues were like fighting at practice in last place in January, and they came back and won the cup that same year.
yeah,
Like that, I feel like that's kind of reminiscent of what the Buffalo's doing this year. But I've never been a huge Buffalo fan. For New York teams, I'm more of a Rangers guy. I've been to a Dallas game. I love the Stars. I think
Okay.
Ottinger is one of my favorite goalies.
Oh, yeah.
Similar nicknames. There's not much stuff going into that one, but I'm gonna have to lock in Dallas.
okay.
Oh,
That was just fun. I used to like Dallas a lot when they had Pavelski and Suter.
Yeah.
Both Wisconsin boys. Both grew up. Or yeah, both are from like 20 minutes away from where I grew up.
That's sick.
So it's super cool.
This might be a stupid question. Are the Oilers going to be in the playoffs?
I believe. I actually don't know.
I think they will.
Because I've been rooting for those guys for like the past 2 years, obviously.
Yeah. And for Ovi, it's one of those things that, like, before he won it, you can't go down as one of the greats unless your name's on the cup.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
you think
McDavid,
that?
yes.
Yeah.
I think McDavid
McDavid
will go down as the best player to ever play out.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Even if he
just-
never wins a cup.
No, he doesn't need to. I think he's literally just the best player to ever put on the skates.
No, but
That's a hot take.
it is
It is. I mean, you did say it's a hot take, but I mean,
your legacy
watch
is
them.
not the same if you don't have a Stanley Cup. It's like the same thing with any sport. If you don't have a championship, like,
I don't know. At the end of the day, it's a team game. I think he's going to be the best player, though.
yeah, but then you go down as it could have been.
Really?
If you don't win,
All right. I'm sorry. Are you nodding over there? Producer
Producer Lynn's got an opinion.
Wow. Here we go.
She agrees with me. If you don't win a championship, you can't go down as a GOAT.
That's
Yeah,
well,
she's
obviously.
nodding.
What?
She's
That's
nodding.
not what we were saying. Okay, never mind.
That's exactly what we were.
Yeah, that's what
okay.
it's word for word.
Don't debate right now.
Who'd you want to go?
Crosby.
And he's not the GOAT, but I mean, how many cups does he have? 1, 2, 3.
Thought he had 4.
No.
Oh,
So legendary though. Dude, if we win the cup this year, I'm gonna lose my mind. I put my not a betting podcast, not a gambling podcast by any means.
They're a Bet 360
we
code.
If we had a Bet 365 code, I'd probably I'd be calling 1-800 gambling.
No, have I done that before?
No.
Okay, that's good.
I put in my future bet. I took the Wild to win the Stanley Cup, the Celtics to win the NBA Finals, and the Dodgers to win the World Series, and that is $2 into $2,000.
Really?
So when I have $2,000, you guys can all. I'll donate.
I don't know.
I'll donate like a Big Mac or something.
The Cubs aren't winning it, that's for sure.
Yeah, we went to the
We
Cubs.
don't need to talk about that.
Cubs game last night was cool. They lost.
It was cold.
You know what
They
I'm saying?
sucked.
That's baseball, I guess.
That's baseball.
Yeah, it's baseball.
Baseball.
But yeah, I guess to wrap things up, I only got one more thing written down.
Goalie fight, yeah.
Goalie
Let's dive
fight.
into that. Goalie fight.
Yeah.
Goalie fight.
Goalie fight.
Goalie. Shesterkin fights Markstrom last night.
Mhm.
Actually was like a good fight.
Yes.
Shesterkin was throwing hands.
Yes.
So cool.
What was the fight we talked about the first episode of the podcast? Was that
the
that was that
Vasilevsky
one?
fight. It was way better than the Vasilevsky fight. The Vasilevsky
Yeah,
fight,
that
they
was
just kind of
quite-
grabbed each other and like swung.
No, they were throwing last night.
Yeah.
And it was funny. We were coming home from the rink, Sam, Bryce, and I, and I'm in the back scrolling. We're listening to music. Sam's, weaving in and out of traffic as he does. And I see it, watch it, didn't really pay much attention. And then Bryce is like, "Oh, did you see this?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah." So I was hamming it up. But Bryce was showing me, and I actually got more interested in it. And I went back and really watched it. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like that'd be a good fight between players, let alone goalies."
Yeah.
He was throwing haymakers.
And the story that came from it was that Shesterkin said he's like been wanting to fight in the NHL for a while, but he wanted to fight Sorokin because they're really good buddies. So he wanted his first fight to be against Sorokin. But I mean, this is a pretty good first fight. If he bodied Markstrom.
Yeah. To that point, like if I made it to the show with Sammy, I feel like I'd want my first fight to be with him. Just so I could beat the life out of him. For me, don't think I forgot about that comment about the retired blueberry farmer. That's coming back up. And then just another, to have two guys in the spotlight and talked about, I think that'd be a really fun thing to share with your friend.
Oh, exactly. If like all of the guys at your house made it to the NHL and you guys had like a fight, each one of you fought,
Ooh.
who do you think's coming out on top?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
It's not Yordo.
It was going to be my first one out. So
Poor Yordo.
I would say to the final, if you want to go bracket challenge, it'd be Dave and Bryce. They would freaking, I don't even know how to describe it, because Dave is he's from Texas, right?
Yeah.
He's got
I
that
didn't know
grit.
that.
You didn't know Dave was from Texas?
No, I had no clue.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll just jump down.
Learn something new every day.
And but Bryce, he scratched drywall. and he knows how to fight.
No,
And he likes to wrestle and stuff. So he's got that grit to him too.
Yeah.
So
Big guy too.
yeah,
Yeah.
two just giants going at it. So I think they give people a money's worth.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a good fight.
that would be a really good fight.
Be entertaining.
Yeah, weight class though. I think we got Euro and Blake going at it. Yeah, I'll take Sam and Bryce and Dave.
That's the
and
main
go at
event.
it.
You're going what's that's the main event.
No, that'd be a prelim. That'd basically like going a women's fight.
Oh, don't do it. Don't come on. Wow. They're listening.
I'm sorry, guys.
Viewership just took up.
Yeah. Wow.
No, I don't
Feed my
think
kids.
Blake's doing anything but watching the spaceship take off right now.
That's what he put on before the game.
He's so in love with it. You guys know anything about that?
No, but it
Spaceship
sounds
blasting off right now. Today.
I had no clue.
It's going.
I didn't hear about
It's doing like a
that.
loop-de-loop around the moon.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go watch that.
You know,
with-
All
Blake.
right, I think I'll wrap it up. Brock,
Yeah.
you want to do the outro?
Yeah, well, Otter, first of all, thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
I
great
was
guys.
surprised.
This was
This
awesome.
was one of our better episodes.
Yeah, this was a
honestly.
good time.
And best looking guy at PNW.
Wow,
Come on.
My goodness.
You weren't gonna say that.
I told him you were gonna say it.
I'm blushing.
Did I not?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But guys, that's going to wrap up this week's episode. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We might still have Twitter, but it's the Hockey Locker Room. And then follow us wherever you get your podcast. And yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you, guys.